This is the most terrifying movie in the history of global cinema. But there are very few bloody scenes in the film. It is the childhood story of many American children, yet also a profound coming-of-age story. It is based on Stephen King's novel, It. The story takes place in a small town called Derry, a place shrouded in strange and horrifying events for hundreds of years. These incidents often involve mysterious child disappearances. One rainy day, a boy folds a paper boat for his little brother. The younger one runs outside to play, and the boat floats along the rainwater into a sewer. When he leans down to retrieve it, a clown suddenly appears inside the drain. Holding the boat, the clown pretends to hand it back. But when the boy reaches for it, the clown bites off his arm and drags him into the darkness. The boy vanishes. Time dulls the pain, but his older brother refuses to believe he is dead. He thinks his brother might have followed the sewer downstream somewhere. At school, he has several close friends: Little Glasses, Little Curly Hair, and Little Scatterbrain. They plan to spend the summer by the stream, which coincidentally flows from the same sewer system. It's the perfect chance to search for his brother. Meanwhile, another boy named Mike works as an apprentice at a slaughterhouse. His parents died in a fire, and today he goes to work as usual. Suddenly, he sees the burned images of his parents through a door. Then, from the darkness, two glowing red eyes stare back at him. Just when terror grips him, a group of bullies barges in, unintentionally saving him from the horrific vision. Elsewhere, Little Curly Hair faces her own fears. Her father's bedroom walls are covered with strange, smiling portraits that make her uneasy. One day, when she tries to hang a picture, it falls. When she picks it up, the woman in the painting is gone. She looks up, and the twisted woman is suddenly standing right before her. Terrified, she runs away. A new student named Ben, nicknamed Little Fatty, has no friends and is often bullied. He spends his time alone in the library, where he discovers a book about Derry's dark history. It details numerous tragedies: factory explosions, fires, unexplained deaths. One photograph even seems to show the same twisted woman. As he examines it, a red balloon floats behind him, leading him toward the basement. Downstairs, the lights flicker and go out. Out of the shadows, the headless corpse from the old photo walks toward him. Horrified, Ben bolts up the stairs, and the vision vanishes when a librarian appears. Soon, Ben realizes that the clown seems to manifest as each person's deepest fear, feeding off terror before consuming its victims. Outside, Ben encounters the gang of bullies again. Their leader pulls a knife, planning to carve his name into Ben's stomach. In a moment of desperation, Ben kicks him and escapes, eventually running into the main group of kids. They've all been bullied by the same thugs and decide to stick together. At the pharmacy, the boys meet Beverly, a girl often mocked by classmates and tormented by rumors. In truth, she suffers abuse from her disturbed father. Each of these kids lives with their own daily pain, but together they find strength. While hanging out by the stream, Ben shares what he's learned. Derry's child disappearance and death rate is 6 times higher than average. The group realizes something is seriously wrong with their town. On the way home, another friend sees a decaying corpse outside a crumbling house. Then, from the shadows, the clown appears holding a red balloon, but it vanishes before he can react. That night, Beverly hears a whisper from her bathroom drain. When she investigates, she pulls up a clump of bloody hair, which suddenly wraps around her, dragging her toward the sink as blood sprays across the walls. Her father rushes in but sees nothing. Only she can see the horror. Elsewhere, Bill, the boy who lost his brother, sees what appears to be his sibling's ghost leading him toward the basement. There, the clown reappears, taunting him. Bill flees in terror. The next day, the group gathers again. Bill reveals his encounter with the clown, and everyone realizes they've all been terrorized by the same creature. They help Beverly clean the blood-soaked bathroom. Strangely, only the children can see it. As they leave, they are ambushed by the bullies again, but this time, the kids fight back. They hurl stones and drive the bullies off. United by shared fear and courage, the group officially becomes the Losers Club. Ben continues researching and discovers a chilling pattern. Every 27 years, Derry suffers a new wave of deaths and disappearances. Whatever the clown is, it awakens every 27 years to feed, then returns to hibernation. And now, the cycle has begun again. They map the town's tragedies and find that all the incidents connect to the sewers, which lead to an old abandoned house. Bill is convinced it's where the clown lives. When they go to Bill's garage to plan, the projector suddenly flickers on by itself. The slides change, revealing the clown's face growing larger and larger until it bursts from the screen. The terrified kids throw open the garage door, letting in the sunlight, and the clown vanishes. Despite their fear, Bill insists on confronting the creature to save his brother. Against their better judgment, his friends follow him to the old house. As soon as they enter, chaos erupts. The floor collapses, trapping one boy in a basement while another is surrounded by creepy clown dolls. One doll's face morphs into his own reflection before the real clown leaps out. They narrowly escape, but several are injured and shaken. Afterwards, some want to quit, but Bill refuses. He knows his brother is gone, yet he can't stop until the evil is destroyed. Meanwhile, Beverly's father discovers her friendships with the boys and explodes with rage, accusing her of shameful behavior. She fights back, knocking him unconscious, but the moment fills her with fear, and that's when the clown seizes her. When the boys arrive at her house, they find signs of a struggle and blood smeared on the walls. Realizing she's been taken, they vow to rescue her, together this time, united, fearless. They descend into the sewers. One boy stays behind to hold the rope, but the bullies ambush him. In the fight, he kills their leader in self-defense and follows his friends down. Beverly wakes up floating in a vast underground chamber, surrounded by the corpses of missing children suspended in midair. The clown appears, his face splitting open as glowing lights spill from his mouth, the deadlights that paralyze his victims. As Beverly drifts unconscious, the boys arrive and pull her down. Ben, recalling the fairy tales he loves, kisses her, and she awakens. They soon find Bill's brother's raincoat nearby. Bill realizes the truth. His brother is dead, and the clown is manipulating him with illusions. He faces the creature and fires a bolt into its head. The clown reveals its true monstrous form, a nightmarish entity of teeth, limbs, and eyes. But this time, the children refuse to give in to fear. They remember, the more you're afraid, the stronger it becomes. The braver you are, the weaker it grows. With courage and unity, they attack. The clown shifts into each of their worst fears, but one by one, they overcome them. Together, they beat the monster down until Beverly drives a weapon through its mouth. Defeated, the creature retreats into the darkness. Bill finds his brother's torn clothing and finally accepts his loss. The Losers Club stands together, battered but alive, victorious because they conquered their fear.